Hi, my name is Gabrielle Prauza, and I'm here today to talk to you about why the purchasing, selling, and obtaining of exotic animals should be prohibited. Picture a baby tiger in its natural habitat. All of a sudden, it's captured and taken away from the only things that it knows, its family and its home. This is leaving the tiger feeling scared and insecure while confined to a small cage. Situations similar to this one happen not only to tigers, but to elephants, reptiles, birds, and other big cats as well. According to livescience.com, about 5,000 to 7,000 tigers are kept as pets, which are more than what exists in the wild. On that note, the possession of exotic animals should be completely prohibited due to the animals suffering during capture, the health threats that they have to humans, and the fact that they do not receive adequate treatment. Without extra laws that are enforced, it is easier for people to get away with this kind of stuff. These animals also are sold for thousands of dollars or for little to no money at all. This is only feeding the problem of extinction. These animals are going to go so quickly. Imagine not even seeing tigers, elephants, whales, birds, things like that with your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. This would just be unfortunate and really sad. Born Free USA reports that some exotic animals are stolen or sold at auctions and pet shops, or even are bred in people's own backyards. The internet has only made this easier and increased people's ability to do these things. PETA.org discusses some of the harsh examples that these exotic animals must endure on a daily basis. They change hands constantly from person to person. There's grueling transport conditions. Just some examples are parrots. Parrots have their beaks and their feet taped so that they can be shoved into tubes for transport. Turtles are taped all the way around their shells so that they cannot get out and can also be confined to small spaces. Baby pythons have also been known to be shoved in CD cases. My second reason for why exotic animals should not be allowed is that they have threats to human health. My Health News Daily has documented 1,500 attacks and 1,600 deaths since 1990. Here, I would like to show a diagram which shows that animals, different kinds of exotic animals, are banned within different states. This makes it easier for people to travel around and get away with taking these animals. The nonprofit organization I mentioned earlier, Born Free USA, says that 90% of all reptiles carry and shed salmonella feces. The Centers for Disease Control estimates 93,000 salmonella cases caused by exposure to reptiles every year in the United States. My third reason for why exotic animals should be prohibited is that they don't receive the adequate things that they need in order to survive. What happens if you have an exotic pet and there's an emergency, or they could even die? Where are you going to take them? You could take them to a local vet, but there might not be anything that they can do. You might have to travel so far as a zoo or even out of state. By then, it might be too late. According to the ASPCA, exotic animals suffer from malnutrition, stress, trauma, and behavioral disorders. These animals do not adapt quickly. The Association of Zoos and Aquariums makes the point that these animals have been by themselves for thousands of years without human interaction, so why disturb them now? They need a complex environment in which we as humans cannot provide to them. Banning these exotic animals would allow them to live peacefully the way that it should be, the way that they were born. Seeing animals in the habitat, to me, would be much more rewarding than to have them in my own home every day. For example, say you owned a little tiger. If you took care of this tiger every day, it would be cool, but it would become a daily task and a chore. They wouldn't even be receiving the adequate things that they need. I want to talk about a personal experience I had with a local pet shop called Pet Safari. One day I walked in there and saw mice that were dead. They were in these cages and they were in piles, like dead mice that were just left there and not taken care of. Obviously, they didn't receive what they needed in order to survive. Also, I saw meerkats, and yes, I said meerkats. There was one meerkat for sale in a different cage, and it was 50% off because it had been paralyzed from the waist down. Now, that is so frightening to me. Thankfully, that shop was closed down, but there are many more out there like it, and it's up to us for us to go and shut those places down. If you would like to help, here are some things that you could do. Do not participate in the purchasing of these animals. I know maybe you think that you could help them or give them something else, give them a better environment, love on them and everything like that, but you're only supporting the businesses that these people are doing. Also, we need to promote new laws. Maybe even have we need to promote these laws and possibly even have petitions in order to get new laws that have more enforcement with possibly jail time or high fines in order to keep these people away from doing what they're doing. They're criminals. If you also have any concerns about any animals around here or that are local to you, you can also call your local shelter. Why would we leave these faces of these animals in conditions that they don't need to be in? We need to give them a better life and the one that they were supposed to be in. Thank you.